I feed my kids normal food. You saw a donut video or a marshmallow video and saw the comments bashing me, and you followed the herd. That's literally all you guys are, sheep. You don't like me because other people don't like me.
Meet the Donut Mom, author, curvy pageant model, TikToker, but above all of that, what she's most known for is being one of the most irresponsible parents on the internet. In the beginning, all that the internet really knew about her was that she fed her kids junk food for breakfast. That would only be the tip of the iceberg. As time would go on, many concerning details would begin to emerge from the disturbing life of Donut Mom, such as her young child escaping in the middle of the night, only to be found by the neighbors, being in a throuple that allowed the children of that household to witness things that I've only ever heard of in the decrepit Final Fantasy house, and much more, all while Alexandra, also known as the Donut Mom, pursues the one thing that she truly cares about, and that is being a public figure, for good or bad. But I think the best place to begin this story is when Donut Mom first went viral. Donut Mom first became noteworthy around 2 years ago when a video of herself serving her kids powdered donuts came out on her TikTok. Alexandra had been posting for some time on TikTok at this point. We'll talk on that later, but taking this somewhat viral trend of regular moms showing them preparing their children's food, Alexandra thought to put her own little spin on it by showing how a quote-unquote lazy and depressed mom prepares their children's food, which was just applesauce and donuts, which is where the name came from. What would begin as a video she probably didn't think that much of would catapult Donut Mom into the eyes of millions.
It's been a while since we had donuts, so let's have some donuts.
I love donuts. I love donuts. And I love chocolate. That's mine.
6-year-old's plate.
I'm gonna get chocolate too.
You want a chocolate too?
Yeah. Yeah, I want Pringles on it. Thank you.
Hold on. 6-year-old's plate.
Am I still hungry? Mommy,
Okay.
what am I still
3-year-old's plate. And that's breakfast. Have a good day, everyone. Happy Saturday.
Since Donut Mom's popularity skyrocketed, many people would begin to claim that Donut Mom is purposely choosing to feed her kids poor meals so that her followers continue to go to the moon. It was even mentioned in leaked text messages that Donut Mom puts her TikTok clout far above being a mother and caring for her children, and Alexandra often mentions how she isn't unaware of the fact the more egregious her content is, the better her numbers are, which for her leads to the one thing she cares about the most in this world, her TikTok account. And it's really hard to argue Donut Mom isn't using her kids' health to rage bait her viewers. And as a note, in the last month or so at the time of the recording, Donut Mom's TikToks have almost exclusively been her ordering large amounts of fast food for her family. One of Donut Mom's excuses for the poor meal she serves and the complete lack of care she shows for her house and family as a whole is because of her depression. In fact, she even has multiple other diagnoses that prevent her from being able to get the bare minimum done. Some of these conditions Donut Mom claims to have is OCD, ADD, PTSD, and etc. Most of these Donut Mom says is untreated because she doesn't want to take multiple medications, and it doesn't seem she's ever attempted to get properly diagnosed either. And something I feel the need to mention, many mothers have suffered ailments but made sure their children had the best they possibly could. When it comes to activities, Donut Mom enjoys spending time at concerts, at the range, all kinds of things. When she seems to be doing things she wants, her problems kind of fade away.
Yeah, I have several diagnosed mental health issues that I'm on medication for. I'm still trying to get the right medication for it.
Okay.
But I have depression, I have OCD, ADD, and PTSD. So I'm trying to get the right medication that'll cover all of them because I don't want to be on 10 medications.
Okay.
I actually just went to the doctor yesterday and got my depression medicine up, so I'm hoping that'll help.
Okay. And do you plan to clean them today or maybe a couple more days until it gets really bad?
No, yeah, I plan to clean up today. I was going to do dishes today, and then I remembered the call, and I didn't want to look like, you know, I was cleaning up for the call or anything like that, because that's what everyone said I would do.
Listen, authenticity is the best thing to have.
You, personally, I'm not mean. I don't my kids. My babies are happy, they're fed, they're loved, they're taken care of. I spend money that you guys can't spend most of the time because a lot of my comments say, if I just had even half of the money you spend. Take that up with your job, bestie, not me. It's not my fault you make what you make. And I am truly sorry if you are struggling and my video upsets you in any way. But I have not done anything to any of you personally, so no. Most of you wouldn't say it to my face. In fact, most of you would probably act like you loved my videos if you caught me in person. Because I'm not a rude person. I'm a very nice person. And there's literally no reason to not like me other than you're following a couple people who don't like how I feed my kids. Or you don't like that I spend my money because you can't. And I'm sorry that you can't. But you need to take that up with your job.
And it's not just the kids who aren't getting taken care of in the house, it's the animals as well. Donut Mom owns a fish. It's barely noticeable living on her counter. It's normally cluttered, very poor vision, and not only is the fish tank carelessly small for the size of the fish, but you can tell that the water hasn't been cleaned in ages. I'm actually shocked at the resilience of this fish. And on top of all of that, a majority of the time he can't even see the outside world, as his vision is obscured by dirty dishes and useless junk piled in front of his tank. And since he's still alive, I'd imagine that means Donut Mom is feeding him, at the very least enough to keep him going, so she sees this all the time, but chooses not to do anything about it. A good indicator of how someone will treat others behind closed doors is how they are with animals, especially ones within their care. And coincidentally, a majority of the accusations that have been levied against Donut Mom eerily reflect on the poor treatment of her fish and other animals. Donut Mom just doesn't have a fish. She also has a bunch of rabbits that are roaming around her house freely. Rabbits are extremely messy animals. They leave a large amount of droppings every day, and since they're allowed to just run around with little to no supervision, the rabbits have been leaving droppings all throughout the floor. I can't even imagine the amount of illnesses that could come from that. But it's not just the droppings. The entire house is infested in some way. The kitchenware of the house has been revealed to be covered in maggots on multiple occasions, which is just an extreme lack of care. And not as disgusting, but pretty close, is that the Donut Mom has roaches in her bed, where she lays her head at night. What should be the place she finds the most comfort in is infested with roaches, all due to her own laziness. And with the amount of money that has came her way since creating a TikTok and blowing up, it shows this is just Donut Mom's character. If it doesn't create a dopamine connection, she'll even refuse to help herself. Also, I have to note, if there's roaches in her bed, the likelihood that it extends to the children's room is extremely likely. And I'm also going to mention how irresponsible it is, because she could have hired a cleaning lady a very long time ago.
Reset my kitchen counter with me while we have a little chat. Before anyone says anything, yes, I know my fish needs a bigger fish tank according to everybody on TikTok. However, I don't really have anywhere else to set the fish up right now with a bigger tank, or else it would have already been done. I also need to clean the fish tank, which I need to replace the filter, and I need to clean the fish tank. It's on my to-do list. And I know everyone's going to say, how does your counter get this bad? This literally happens in a couple of days. And I try to keep up on the cleaning as much as possible. I know it's hard for people to believe, but mental health can debilitate you. And I'm actively struggling with my mental health and trying to get it fixed. I see mental health doctors. I can't stand seeing comments on my videos that are like, I get depressed too, and my house never looks like that. I don't just get depressed, Charla. I am And that's depressed. Not to sound rude. I understand that there are people with depression that can have a clean house and an immaculate house, and that's wonderful. But if you genuinely struggle with depression, you are struggling somewhere in your life, and you can't tell me otherwise. If you actually struggle with depression, somewhere in your life, you're falling behind too. It's just not. And I'm sorry that mine is my house. But I promise you, I'm not the only one with a house that looks like this, and I'm going to continue to post for those who won't post. I've had other influencer friends reach out to me and tell me that their house looks just like mine. Just remember to be kind, because you don't know what's going on. Remember to stay humble, because you never know when you might struggle with depression. I posted a cleaning video on my backup account. And boy, did I piss some of y'all off. My only regret was not posting the cleaning video on my main account so I could get paid from it. So I decided to post one up here doing my kitchen. Albeit my kitchen's not as bad as my living room was. Sorry for my dog in the background, but it's still pretty bad. But I guess that happens when you have severe mental health problems and you're a busy mom who works from home and has 3 kids under 8. Now, I never ever claim to be perfect, and I never will. But some of the lies y'all make up is ridiculous. Like the fact that I have roaches. Don't you think if I had roaches, I would show you guys? That would make me a lot of money. Look at the fly that just flew through the camera. That is what I have in my house. I have flies in my house. Wow, shocker. Flies get in people's homes. And I promise you I'm more annoyed by them than you are. And I'm trying to get rid of them. But anyway, let me know if you want me to do more cleaning content on this account or if you just want me to keep it on my backup. I just had to monetize off the comments right quick.
Another more tragic example of the poor parenting in the Donut Mom household. One cold night, one of Donut Mom's children somehow got out of the house, wandering around outside by themselves, alone, scared and confused, as Donut Mom laid around clueless of the dire situation her child was in at the time. I don't even have to list the countless horrible outcomes that could have happened that night due to her being irresponsible. This situation is so extremely avoidable, only a person with a true lack of care for their children would allow such a thing to occur. It was just a miracle that a caring neighbor happened to spot the child wandering around all by themselves. And in the Facebook post thanking the lady who found her daughter, one of the first things that she mentions is that she's glad the lady wasn't judgmental about the situation, only caring about how other people would view this. Seemingly no care about what she had actually done. This is most parents' worst nightmare, one of their children going missing. But for her, she just brushed it off as a mistake that could happen to anybody. You would hope after an event like this, Donut Mom would take a step back to think about her life, be thankful to the blessings given to her, and improve herself as a mother. But none of that happened. Instead, she chose to be thankful in the public eye to the lady who rescued her child, but behind the scenes, she was begging the lady to take it down, and Taylor, also known as Caveman, decided to threaten the poor lady for, let me remind you, saving their child and having the audacity to inform the community of the neglect she had witnessed firsthand. This lady saved one of your children, but you have your boyfriend threaten them and go online and make a fool of himself. It's so apparently obvious that none of these kids are given much thought. This situation was nothing more than a PR blunder for Donut Mom. Just like her kids, if they wasn't the main focus of the content she produces, who could really say how much worse things could get?
This shit right here pisses me off. We don't need a wake-up call. We need you people to stop being bullshitting, hypocritical people. Okay? You claim you want to help. You claim you want us to be better. You claim all this stuff, and then you post bullshit like this video that you post on your fake account tagging me, and I don't even know who you are, exposing all this bullshit video edit that you did. You don't even know what the hell goes on in our house. You have no clue, okay? You guys come on here, you hate on her, you feed her bullshit, you bully her. You don't agree that she does pizza. Everybody eats pizza, okay? Everybody. Everybody has had pizza at some point in their lives, and 2-3 times a week ain't gonna kill no damn body, okay? Our kids are healthy. They are fed. They are well taken care of. They get regular baths. All this shit that people don't think that we do, okay? You want to claim you're helpful? You want to claim that you want us to be better? Stop posting this bullshit. How about come over here and help out? Yeah, some of it might be rage bait, like the donut video that she posted this morning. Guess what? The kids got fed eggs, bacon, and toast right after that video, like a normal breakfast. But she did that because that's how y'all claim to see her, so she wanted to give it to you. It's bullshit, man.
And as you could see from Caveman defending these actions, it's not too surprising when on stream the daughter was heard saying that Donut Mom was hard when she punished them, but Dad was far rougher with them. This wouldn't be denied by himself. He claims he does it so his kids don't grow up like the people who criticize him and his girlfriend/wife and actually become respectful. It sounds like he really figured this parenting thing out. causing obedience out of fear rather than leading by example, providing direction and corrections when needed. He's figured it out so much that the oldest son one time outright refused to return back to him, threatening the worst of the worst to himself, putting up such a fight that the police had to be called, and when they arrived, he even struggled and threw things at them just so he didn't have to go back to caveman. And say what you want, but too many children's pleas are ignored all the time. Most children would not put up such a resistance unless there was a serious problem that they were going through. But Caveman has it all figured out. It seems that the only real time that the children have any peace in their life is when they are with their grandparents. When Donut Mom records in her parents' house, you can hear that all of the children have far more energy, running around, screaming, enjoying life like a kid normally does. Whereas in her normal videos at home, the kids are noticeably quiet. It's not only the behavior that's better in her grandma's house, it's the entire home. You can see that Alexandra's mom keeps a pretty clean house. Almost in every video, it's almost spotless, an environment children should be in, able to play, go where they please in the house without having to worry about stepping in rabbit droppings or trampling over week-old clothes and food that's just been left to rot in the middle of the floor.
She just liked to put on the show. Once the camera started rolling, she like, oh, let me just put on a show. She just like to do that.
No, she always lies. She's one strike away from in-school suspension and school for lying to her teachers.
Oh, wow. I'll ask a couple of questions before the interview tomorrow, since I was blindsided by this. So do you think that she lies like for attention, or like she's just a natural born liar?
I think it's for attention. She does a lot of stuff for attention. Like, she'll hit her sister just so I'll get mad at her. Like, if I'm busy doing something, like if I'm editing or something like that, she'll hit her sister or push her over just so I get mad. Because to her, any attention is better than no attention.
I can see you got real red when that happened. Oof, girl, I can feel your anxiety over here.
What, with the hitting thing?
Yeah, because she said it really clear. I was shocked.
Right, and that's the thing, is everybody believes what she says. So, like, there's rumors about me that are not true that go around because my 6-year-old said it. And she even said it was a joke. You heard her say it was just a joke. But they're going to take that out of the clip.
Welcome to social media. What's the worst rumor that she's made up about you? Is that the worst one, or has there been worse?
That she didn't have AC.
That she didn't have an air condition?
Yeah.
Oh, that's for the interview tomorrow. Actually, people told me about that. And she said it on TikTok, because that is that's a big topic.
Yeah, I was on live going through products, and she came out and she said she wanted to sleep in the living room because her room was too hot and she couldn't sleep in her room. But we have central air conditioning.
Okay.
Yeah, you broke your window.
Is that the little girl again?
Yeah.
So she's saying that she broke her window?
Yeah, she broke her window that day and came out and told me she broke it.
Anything you want to clarify about what just happened?
I don't hate my daughter.
Yeah.
I know that. Excuse. If you don't stop telling people that.
Did she just say, yes, you do? Geesh.
That is not funny, Brooklyn. Do you understand the repercussions that has on me?
No.
That is not something to joke about. Y'all really done pissed my mom off talking about her stove. My mom's house is spotless, literally. She already cleaned it. And she's over there.
Jump on my house.
She's over there doing dishes right now.
I probably got to clean her house and have them people on there. Don't even go there.
You want to reiterate what you said when I read you the comments?
What?
Those fucking idiots.
Yeah. Some fucking idiot trying to bust on my house? I don't think so. Not my house. No way. Mine's cleaner than half them people.
I'm gonna leave my mom to it. You want help, Mom?
Nope, I'm good, thank you.
You're welcome. Literally, there's nothing wrong with my mom's house.
Nope.
That's because I did it all.
Because my dad did it all. The chef.
Where's Chilla? I could say if she said something different.
Hey, y'all.
Did you see
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
I got a new spoon.
Hey, I went into the bathroom. I was toying.
Thank you.
What in the hell was that about? One day, want to eat girl, you not want to have a sister? You and your kids.
Are you taping?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you gotta dig me out?
8-year-old's plate.
That hurts. Same punch as my hurts. Yes. It's on the delivery.
6-year-old's plate.
Donut Mom has shown that she is extremely unhealthy. She has little to no knowledge over even the most basic kitchen safety. This wasn't only prevalent in one of her first viral videos. While she was cooking for her kids, she had an open wound with no gloves contaminating her children's food. But in an interview with Mariah Monet, you can see Donut Mom, a majority of the utensils in her house. People spotted that Donut Mom's utensils were covered in maggots. I couldn't imagine the plates and other dishes could be much of an improvement. The floors are filled with rabbit droppings, the beds have roaches, almost everything is just an unfit environment for anyone to live in, let alone children. It's no wonder that a majority of the time they are sick from something or another. It's actually a miracle that one of them hasn't become seriously ill to the point of needing hospitalization. Even Donut Mom, in a good amount of her videos, she's saying that she's sick, and not only is she handling her children and family's food without any gloves on, as we mentioned earlier, so no doubt she's spreading the germs to each and every one of them. It's a miracle she hasn't realized that this isn't normal and most likely comes from the state her house is in. And even when she's ordering fast food while sick for no reason other than to make a TikTok video about it and do her signature careless throwing of the food, that echoes far more about Donut Mom's character than she probably even realizes. And she wonders why people throw around the accusation that Donut Mom puts TikTok over everything. There's really no excuse to open and handle food that's in a wrapper, especially when you're under the weather.
She's ready.
Hey, because I'm not watching where.
8-year-old's plate.
My plate.
3-year-old's plate.
I want my food. 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 I want my
6-year-old's plate. No. I'm getting your food, honey. 3-year-old's plate. And she got her toy. I don't give my kids their toys until after they eat. 6-year-old's plate. I'll get it, baby. Hold on. 8-year-old's plate.
burnt it on the cheerleading. I had to go cheerleading today. What? How burnt her? Disgusting. To me. I'm not having disgusting. Not loud.
8 That's definitely not enough fries. Hold on. Alright, I got some onion rings. So anyway, Blue Plus came out with their power rankings for 2025. And that list is surprising. I thought these were onion rings when I bought them, but they're not. They're curly fries. Oops. They rank top airlines, clothing stores, and a couple other brands that are plus size people friendly. And I was shocked at the ones that are very plus size friendly. And I feel like that's really important for plus size people to have a voice. And I feel like that's what Woo Plus does. People a voice who don't otherwise have one, because no one gives the plus size community a voice. It is 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm about to go to bed, but let's go check. It was in the 6-year-old lunchbox, right? No mold. A little squishy, so I might not give her that one, but no mold. No mold. No mold. No mold. No mold. No mold. I literally just went through every single strawberry in her lunchbox. There is not one that is moldy. And I'm going to replace the squishy strawberry I took out. And look at that. Still no mold. Do you? There was a rotten one in there, so we're not doing eggs. That just completely put me off from doing eggs completely. So we're gonna do yogurt instead.
The audience wants to see your tub. Can we see the tub? I'm sorry. I know you just left the bathroom. Oh, wow. So, okay. It's looking kind of swampy, girl. Not gonna lie. When's the last time the water was taken out of there?
This was actually just last night. I just didn't dump it.
Okay. Can I ask why you didn't dump it, or did it just stress you out to like dump it?
It drains really slow.
Okay.
So I just sometimes don't the day of.
Okay. All right. See the Barbie. It looks like Barbie's having a good old time right there with Spider-Man. Okay.
I clean the toilet pretty frequently. So.
Do you ever clean the side, like right there where all that?
This side's harder to get to because it's like very narrow. Okay. So I clean that one about once a month, but I clean this side every time I clean the toilet.
So you clean the sides of the toilet once a month?
No, just this side.
Just that one side. Yeah, I definitely can tell it's once a month. Okay. All right. There's a ring around the toilet as well. We doing a home tour. I'm real nosy.
It's messy.
And what's that in there?
Just like I guess sauce or something that got spilled in there.
Okay. And will you use the microwave again, or like you're gonna clean it maybe before you use it?
Yeah, no, this would be cleaned before I use it. I don't know. I might would use it again.
But not only would her laziness come into question, it was her actions as well. Another set of leaked text messages dropped, but this time it was far more than just accusations. What would be on these photographs that leaked would shock her viewers to the core and prove her haters were right this entire time. Donut Mom's children had pictures resurface revealing bruises all over their skin. This would go hand in hand with the original accusation that all of the adults in the household had routinely been punishing the children to the point there were physical marks littering their bodies. The skeleton in Alexandra's closet kept pouring out, more damning than the last, revealing that behind her careless gaze was just a person who could care less about others if she can lounge around and spend money on things she didn't even really need, while the real victims sit in a decaying household. A prime example of her carelessness is during an interview Donut Mom was having. She was showing off some of her kids' toys, and then she realizes that she had left a tape measure mixed in with the toys her daughter was playing with, and not only does she not know it's there, she tosses it back in the pile after showing off her house. Now this may be the least of what Donut Mom has done or allowed in the presence of her children, but the edges of those are normally sharp and contract fast, which could lead to getting a pretty nasty cut.
I made a post on Facebook today, and I want to talk about it. So I don't know how to make it like come down so you can see the top of the post, but basically I posted thank you to FedEx because they damaged 2 big boxes of gifts for my kids for Christmas. And yes, I got a refund, but that wasn't the point. And now I have to scramble with less than 2 weeks to Christmas to finish their Christmas. I said I get it happens, but like seriously. And this girl just goes to show you that some people are so entitled that they don't understand that life happens and not everyone is in the same situation. So this Ashley girl says, it's 3 small things. Go to the store and get them. First of all, I only showed 3 things in the screenshot. It was 23 things, okay? 23 Christmas gifts for my kids that are not being delivered now that I was refunded for, but I digress. Anyway, so then she says, then go to the store and get it all just like everyone else would. You do realize that people live in small towns, right? I have to travel 30 minutes just to go to a grocery store. I ordered this stuff from Target, and the closest Target to me is 2 hours away. So I don't think I'm unjust in being upset that my children's Christmas gifts now won't be delivered, and we're already at like a week till Christmas, 2 weeks till Christmas. So yes, I think I'm justified in being upset. Yes, I get things happen. We have a lot of packages to deliver, and I said that I get that stuff happens, but like I just feel like this close to Christmas, I have a right to be upset. I don't know. But I just wanted to let Ashley know, if she watches, that people live in small towns. It's very possible to not be able to get to a store. Like I said, I have to travel 30 minutes to get to a grocery store. I have to travel 50 minutes to get to a Walmart. And I have to travel an hour and a half to 2 hours to my closest Target where I ordered this stuff from. We're going to play a game, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you know all the bad words that Mommy doesn't let you say?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to walk out. Okay, and when I walk out, you can say whatever bad words you want to say. Okay?
Okay.
Any bad words, and you won't get in trouble for it.
Ooh.
Okay?
Okay.
You want to play?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I'll be back. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Mommy's going to walk out of the room. And you can say whatever cuss words you want. Any bad words you want that Mommy doesn't let you say, okay? Any bad words. And when I'm going to come back in when you're done, okay? You're not going to get in trouble. You can say whatever bad words you want to while Mommy's not in here, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'll be back. It's a game.
Why is it a game?
It just is. So you can say whatever bad words you want to, but only while Mommy's not in here, okay?
Okay.
Okay. We're back.
Okay.
Stop fighting. Stop fighting, please.
For whatever kind of cards you... Excuse me, what are you hitting a wall and door for? If he wants against her cage, and so they nibbled on them. Oh, this is true.
Mashed potatoes. This?
Oh, that's your daughter's chair. Is that trash or what is that?
No. A toy she was playing with. Her detangler from when I brushed her hair and her brush. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, I have that same tape measure. I have that.
Oh, yeah, tape measure. Yeah.
I have that same exact.
And then another toy, apple juice, and
this like towel dress I got her that came in the mail today. She tried it on.
And the mess just doesn't extend to the household. Everything Donut Mom owns is contaminated in filth and bugs. In some of her early videos, she would make videos where she would clean her depression car, as she likes to call it. And to nobody's surprise, the mess was just as bad as the house. And if Donut Mom's boyfriend worked a hard labor job and this was just his work car, I could understand a little bit. But this is the car that Alexandra would drive her kids around in, take them places, and for her, this is probably just normal, but the detrimental effects that even something like this has on the kids is what gets me. Not only to their health, which we've discussed multiple times in this video, but socially. Some of her kids are almost in middle school, where social pressures ramp up tenfold, where you're slowly discovering who you are. But when your mom is broadcasting your life to millions of people on the internet, the chances of your home life to be in full view for everyone to see could cause massive social repercussions, and it only takes for one person to figure it out, then it's over with. Donut Mom doesn't seem to understand that these videos aren't just a catalyst to build a fan base and get attention from others. They're a window into not just her life, but her family's. And every time she chooses to use her laziness and terrible living situation for views, it brings nasty consequences, not always for her. And to nobody's surprise, there's also more allegations against Donut Mom's boyfriend, Caveman. Now I should mention at the time of making this video, they seem to have split up, but his presence has certainly been felt during Donut Mom's videos. While she was in the throuple that we'll mention in just a minute, him and Donut Mom were separated. Caveman made a disturbing allegation against Donut Mom claiming SA of one of her daughters. Nothing else has emerged from this claim, but if the claim is baseless, it shows Caveman's character willing to lie about disturbing, unforgivable things, all because they are wrapped up in a custody battle. Alexandra has also claimed during her time in the throuple that we'll talk on more in a minute, that Caveman would punish his kids severely, and that's why he was no longer able to see them. This hasn't been brought up much since he's back into the house, since this would potentially cause alarms and give more credibility to the photographs previously mentioned. And if you didn't think it could get any worse, it can. It would be revealed that one night, while Donut Mom was likely with the throuple having a loud intimate session right across from the room of her son and daughter, Donut Mom would reveal that Caveman that night was hiding in the hallway listening in. After he was done, he just left his mess there in the middle of the hallway where anyone could have come across it, especially her son and daughter. But I guess Donut Mom's girlfriend happened to be the first to step into it. That's not only disgusting, but it's actually really disturbing that somebody would think it's normal behavior. Also, it's worth mentioning, due to the other allegations, Caveman has been spotted on livestream wandering around the house with what appears to be a weapon, which was all but confirmed by the boyfriend himself, claiming it was no big deal. Now, they do go to the range, but as I said, because of the accusations, it still is disturbing. But with you pacing around the house, the previous allegations, it would be insane of the viewers not to pick up on these glaring red flags.
Babe, you missed a spot on the stove. It's right there. Chicken. Why is there no seasoning?
There is.
Where?
On the chicken.
I don't see enough seasoning in the chicken. They're going to hit you for saying that you use not enough seasoning, when in fact normally you use too much seasoning.
No, they're gonna say I use too much.
Oh.
And I just can't help but notice that the portions of all of the family's foods has been increasing. As a parent, it's extremely important that you instill good diet habits with your children. Your kids can't choose the meals they have at home, you have to instill it into them. Not only the importance of a good diet, but making sure they follow that diet. And if multiple times a week, maybe a day, you order fast food for them, then most likely this is how they'll eat for the rest of their lives. And for Donut Mom, there's little excuse as to why she's choosing more and more often fast food. As she works from home, her entire career is feeding her kids and showcasing her daily life. And for a majority of the time, there is either two other adults in that house or another one at least who should have been caring for them. But it just never happens, and she's going to be piling more fast food on their plate.
8-year-old's plate, 6-year-old's plate, 3-year-old's plate. Have a good night.
That's a 36-month-old plate.
That's a what?
36-month-old.
That was confused.
What's a...
Dad, can you tell him what it is?
It's a person.
It's my man person. Her name is Ella.
What, baby?
Look at this. Look at the earring.
Cool.
Look at the devil. Her name is Ella.
That's cool, baby.
And look at...
I love it.
Sell those cocktails on Halloween.
Sink, what happened?
Well, I mean, I guess it...
2-year-old's plate.
Please. Oh, come get your...
6-year-old's plate.
As mentioned before, Donut Mom was in a throuple. None of them worked and they all lived on government assistance for most of the time at least. There was a video where Donut Mom cleaned out James's car, saying it was for work, but not much is known for how long he was employed or where at. What is known is that Donut Mom and her girlfriend at the time would laze around the house, occasionally making videos on their TikTok. That's about all that was going on there, and also the previous disturbing allegations. But after leaving, Donut Mom would claim that James, one of the throuple, would punish the kids along with Donut Mom herself. Here's a video of Donut Mom and her girlfriend. I wish I could have found more information on this, but Donut Mom has seemingly deleted a lot of it.
But there's also a lot of assumptions around it because I've never touched on it. I took my glasses off because they were irritating me, falling everywhere. So my boyfriend and I met in May of 2020 and we got together. Fast forward to October of last year, we had some issues and we broke up for like a day. If you actually scroll down far enough on my page, you'll see one video that says cook dinner with me as a single mother or something. And him and our girlfriend, our now girlfriend, were just talking. They weren't together and they didn't start talking until me and him broke up for like the day. He didn't cheat on me or anything like that with her.
And let me preface this. I didn't know anything was going to go anywhere. But I'm the one who brought up to Jamie, what about a throuple? Because I've heard of them, but never thought about doing it. So then we brought it up to this lovely person, and she's like, "Well, we can do that." Yep, because she liked me, and I liked her, and he's here.
We were both bisexual. We thought each other was cute.
Mm-hmm.
So
white we are with your little nose. And I got my little long witch nose. White, white we are. White we are. White
so
was cute.
He didn't cheat on me with her, y'all. He didn't cheat on me. They weren't even talking until we like broke up, and they were talking as like friends. They weren't like, oh, we're gonna get married.
Donut Mom claims to have a shopping condition. You can see throughout her TikTok videos where if she's not preparing a usually unhealthy meal to her children, Alexandra is unboxing toys and other things she ordered off TikTok shop. Really anything that piques her interest. If you were to just stumble across her channel, you might think she's purchasing these for her kids, but Donut Mom normally doesn't show that. Only around her children's birthday or Christmas where she'll show her large hauls for them. But when buying for herself, Donut Mom spends large amounts of money on things that are no doubt going to be thrown in the trash heap shortly after she gets done with the video. A great example is a video I'll showcase shortly with her buying these toys called Namis. She unboxes multiple Namis, and yes, she's doing it for content as well, so she's recouping some of her funds, but Donut Mom also spends large amounts of money going to concerts, attending shows, and her money she can choose how she wants to spend it. The criticism many have pointed out after watching her for a long time is that more often than not, The money is being spent on her or whatever complicated relationship Alexandra finds herself in at the time, and rarely for the actual needs of the children. You can give them tons of toys, but if you're not fixing your daughter's window, a little more context into this situation. Donut's mom's daughter was playing in her room and somehow managed to break her window. Donut mom, for whatever reason, chose not to repair it, even when her daughter was begging to stay in her room because the heat was unbearable, which, of course, Donut mom refused, and knowing the degeneracy that goes on in that room, somehow I think it was for the better. But if you can go on trips to concerts and all things of that nature, all while bragging to your haters about living your best life, I think you can make the call and pay for a window to be repaired easily, which should have been done the next morning.
He can look cute for fall and winter too. And the first thing I got to complete my fall look was this cute pair of jeans. Very basic, but I love basic. I think these will go with absolutely everything. I love that they have the bell bottoms. I love the way they make me look. I don't think that I look too big in these. I think they suck everything in pretty well. And it's just hard to find a good pair of jeans when you're a bigger girl, and I absolutely love these jeans. And of course, what are a good pair of jeans without a good shirt to go with it? So I got this long sleeve, oversized shirt. It's color block. I thought it was super cute. It's very nude, natural type colors. I like the way the color pattern is, and I love how soft this shirt is. I cannot tell you how comfortable this shirt is. I can see myself wearing it all winter. I love this outfit in general. I think I'm gonna wear this exact outfit to my son's birthday party that's coming up. But anyway, I'm a leggings girly, so I got a new pair of leggings. These looked comfortable, and they are comfortable. They say Los Angeles on them. They are super cute, super stretchy, super form-fitting. I do have a belly, and you can kind of see them in here, but not like some leggings show them. Like, it's not like overly too much. I love them. We got milk biscuits, box number 5. Oh my goodness. We got the brown one. Me if I was a Nomi, and cuter. Look how stinking cute she is with her little scarf. Oh, I love her. Oh, her little mini. All better. We got Mellow Cocoa, box number 6. We are either missing the Clouds Are Tuckled or the Mystery. So let's see what we got. I did a little window shopping that turned into actual shopping, and I got this ginormous package from Temu. So I'm going to show you guys what I got. The first thing I am pulling out of this bag, it is this cutesy towel, and it also comes with 3 washcloths. So, cutesy pink towel, $0. And this one is for my bedroom to put above my bed. And it says, give it to God and go to sleep. Oh, I literally cannot get it in frame. And that is a poster for $0. This mini muffin tin I'm super excited about, $0. Cute poster. I loved it. I fell in love with it. It's such good quality. Like, Mona Lisa poster, $0. But I got my first grocery delivery, and I'm so excited. So let me show you what I got. I first got 2 bags of these veggie chips. I got 2 loaves of bread. I got 3 jars of spaghetti sauce. I got these brioche hamburger buns and these Hawaiian sweet rolls. I got this big bag of marshmallow fruity pebbles. I got this box of Special K. I got this box of Trix. And I got this box of fruit spins. I got these mini cheese balls. I got 2 boxes of Reese's Puffs. I got a pack of green beans. I got a bag of red potatoes. I got a box of Rice Krispie treats. Got each of my kids one of these snack packs. I got this box of Cookie Crisp. I got 2 bags of these Halloween Reese's. I don't care, they just taste better. I got these Halloween Oreos. I got these Halloween Go-Go Squeezes. I got these pumpkin sugar cookies. I got 3 bell peppers. I got ketchup. I got a big pack of cheese sticks. I got 2 things of zebra cakes. I got 4 things of regular Reese's and 2 things of the new Oreo Reese's because my baby daddy told me to try it. 3 of my True Fruits. I'm so excited. This is my favorite thing ever. I haven't had it in a while. So I got my chocolate covered strawberries. I got bagel bites, mozzarella sticks, fries, Go-Gurt. I got 2 bags of frozen corn, a bag of air fryer red potatoes, 2 bags of roasted red potatoes and green beans, more Go-Gurts, fruit snacks. I got these Halloween veggie chips, more fries, these spooky cookies, 2 cheese trays, a veggie tray. I got 2 boxes of these cheese-filled breadsticks. I got a taco kit, chocolate sprinkles, 2 boxes of spaghetti noodles, banana split ice cream that was specifically requested by my 3-year-old.
As you can probably tell, at this point in the video, Donut Mom has a very poor attitude. In a majority of her videos she makes, when she's talking to her viewers, she's mainly directing her frustrations at the commenters who are calling her out, reasonably so. And instead of taking this criticism and bettering herself with it like a mature adult would, Donut Mom ignores the advice and chooses to cede to her following and come up with some scenarios as to why she's right at the time. And you would think that a majority of the things she gets upset about is people calling her out on her parenting, but that only concerns Alexandra if she's done something illegal. A majority of the time she's posting TikToks telling people to go ahead and call CPS, but what truly gets under Donut Mom's skin is when people call her out on her own personal failures. A small break from the horrendous nature of the rest of her story is when Donut Mom started using this hula hoop device with a ball attached to it for weight loss, and as admirable as it is, I'm never going to knock somebody for doing that. It was more her half-hearted attempts while she bragged to the internet about her success, even though, as many pointed out, that it seemed she was editing out her using her hand to begin swinging the ball, and what was supposed to be a month-long journey ended up being a few videos of her actually doing it, and then far more of her raging about people's comments on it.
Using my video to prove a point.
I cannot believe you flipped this back on me. You say I used your video to make a point, but I was just telling my truth. And everybody took the whole point of that video and flipped it to being about you, and it wasn't even about you. I was just comparing how we are treated differently. For years, I have been torn apart online for having a messy house. I've cried and I've apologized and I've tried to keep my house up, and it's never good enough for anyone. I have explained myself over and over again, my struggles. And then you post the same kind of video and you get nothing but sympathy, and that's the point that I was trying to make, is that we all have struggles, but my struggles don't matter to people, but your struggles do. And I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus. I was trying to show people how the double standard is. And now you're painting me as the bad guy for speaking up and defending myself. Hurts, Mary. I'm hurt because I thought we were friends, and I didn't expect you to clap back at me like that when I was not even talking about you specifically. I didn't say anything bad about you in my video. I was only comparing the comment sections. And especially when you know exactly what I've been going through and what I deal with on a day-to-day basis, you should know better than to think I would ever throw you under the bus. So I've been thinking about whether or not I should say something, but I feel like it needs to be talked about. This is a screenshot from a video my friend posted. Her kitchen looks just like mine, or even messier than mine is sometimes. But the difference is that when I post this stuff, I get hundreds of hate comments calling me lazy, disgusting, and a bad mom. All because my house isn't spotless. Mary gets sympathy, I get hate, and I can't help but feel like it's because I'm fat. So frustrating watching people pick and choose who gets grace and sympathy, who's allowed to be relatable, and who's just a problem.
Buy the pans that are linked in this video and I'll consider cleaning my stove off. My hair caught on fire. Have you guys bought pans yet? I better see a purchase for every complainer in my comment section this video. Make sure you purchase for you, bitch. If you've already complained about my stove, thank you for your purchase. And if you haven't purchased, you didn't listen. The pens are half off. I'm trying to save you money. I cannot believe y'all have me out here on a random Thursday having to defend myself. But here we are, hooping again and defending myself. So first of all, yes, I do still hoop. I get comments all the time asking if I still hoop, and I absolutely do. However, I don't record it, and there's a reason for that. Have y'all met y'all, like, actually? You're negative no matter what I do, so why would I post my hooping journey with you guys anymore? Like, I take steps to try to better my life, and all you guys can do is tear me down constantly. So why would I share that part of my life with you guys anymore? Like, I'm not gonna do that to myself. Y'all also keep saying I'm hooping wrong, but I'm literally doing the best I can. If you've never hooped before, you have no idea how hard it is to keep it spinning. Go buy one. I have lost 24 pounds on tirzepatide. The thing I love about tirzepatide is that it completely curbs your appetite for food, and it completely takes the cravings away. What I used to crave, I no longer crave. What I used to want, I no longer want. Most of the time I have to force myself to eat. Completely takes your appetite away. I absolutely love tirzepatide and would recommend it to anyone. And if you or someone you know has been trying to lose weight and just can't seem to do it, click the beacons link in my bio and look into Mochi for yourself. I'm going to tag them down below. Mochi has helped me lose 24 pounds in only 2 months.
Then why does it look tight on you?
You pick a day and you take it every single week on that day. And for the most part, as long as you stay in a calorie deficit, you can eat what you want within a certain limit. Like, you can't go and eat like 40 Reese's bars or whatever. But the good thing about tirzepatide is it curbs your cravings, so I don't even have cravings for unhealthy food anymore. And if you are interested in getting more information for yourself, I have the link to Mochi in my bio, and you can speak with a doctor to see if you qualify for tirzepatide or semaglutide. Just click the beacons link in my bio.
The TikTok fame has really went to Alexandra's head. Not too long ago, she was just a regular person until she decided to allow the world into her household, and what they found horrified them. And even through all of the mean comments, Alexandra found something she had been missing her entire life. And that was attention. Being a mother and trying to improve her life was never good enough. In fact, it was so off-putting, she never even tried. But when she was given the attention she really wanted, to be in front of the eyes of millions, Donut Mom jumped at the opportunity. And normally, this amount of scrutiny would leave a person with basically nothing to their name except burnt hopes and dreams. But oddly enough, Donut Mom has been able to capitalize on this scrutiny, unlike other creators such as Tophiachu. A majority of her videos that aren't based around her disgusting environment will be advertisements for various companies, but one that really got my attention was when Donut Mom was invited to a Miss Curvy pageant. Unlike most things in her life, you could see that Alexandra was extremely passionate about this, telling her fans to vote her in, saying she'll never make it, but it was a dream come true, and after multiple depression videos complaining about losing a shot at her dream, she miraculously was voted in, and quickly a woman known for being messy and not taking proper care of her kids would rush to New York by herself on an adventure. I'm sure all of her kids wanted to partake in, but that would require the world not revolving around Donut Mom. There's an entire TV show documenting moms who take their young children to beauty pageants to relive their own glory days. But Alex, she has little to no care about the kids' future or enjoyment. This is about her and the dreams she's finally able to accomplish. If this was something that would promise a career to help her family out, or if she decided to create everlasting memories with her family, I wouldn't be too hard on this venture of hers. Not everyone gets opportunities like this, and when you get them, you should take them. However, it just seems like another one of Donut Mom's vanity projects.
I was in the Woo Plus Miss Curvy pageant. Let's talk about it. So I walked for New York Fashion Week, one of the greatest experiences of my life, and I absolutely loved every second of it. I got to meet some incredible women from across the country. We all traveled there for it. It was amazing. I made friends that I will keep for a lifetime. We're in a group chat. It was a fantastic experience, and I would suggest anyone go if you can. If you are a plus size girl, do not be afraid to put yourself out there and join in on the Miss Curvy pageants and the Miss Curvy runway shows. It is a phenomenal experience. It opens so many doors for you. I would recommend it to anyone who look into the Woo Plus Miss Curvy pageants and the Woo Plus Miss Curvy runway shows and try to get in on those, because they are so uplifting. They bring you so much confidence, and I really don't know what I would have done without the experience. It let me know that I wasn't alone in this world. I need my supporters to go vote for me. The link is in my bio for the Miss Curvy pageant.
Currently, my votes aren't very high, so if you want to see me in New York, go to my profile, click the link in my bio, and vote for me. It's the top link, the Miss Curvy.
That was the disturbing tale of Donut Mom, a woman who as more of her past got revealed, the more disturbing it became. I hope that in the future more care will be shown towards her children, but at the same time, this seems to be a pattern that has come up over and over again in her lifetime, and due to her inability to take accountability for herself or her own actions, a change most likely will never come. But that's all from me today. Big shout out to the people who made this video possible over on Reddit at Donut Mom Snark, Bloodspeth, and Mama Drama on TikTok. But with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, follow all the socials down below, comment, and hype the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.